Greetings and salutations, ladies, gentlemen, and NB Dorkables, back to Zone's Outpost, the Dookie Zone's very own podcast. We're at episode 9, and it's going to be a little bit of a change since 2 years have passed. This time around, we're going to introduce you to the whole team, introduce you to the crew that is newly acquired. So, without further ado, we got some introductions to make. First of all, we got the snake in the grass, the Snulf, that will always be triggered whenever I come out with different kinds of anime takes. It is Zero Sanguine.
Hello. The facts, absolute facts. It's not my fault Wolfie has bad takes on anime, but we try to deal with it. That's what we do as a team. We deal with the hard stuff together, like Wolfie's anime takes.
Nani?
I think you are going into the corner after this podcast, but it's fine. However, the next one we have to introduce you to is a newly acquired member that has been dedicatingly DMing me for the last, let's say, like half a year or something along those lines. And finally, I was just like, let's just check him out. A wonderful being who voice acts visual novels, plays rhythm games like Hatsune Miku Project Diva. It is the big old Wolfie man himself, Lone Wolf TDZ.
Yes, I am definitely a simp for Hatsune Miku. So, well, not that, but yeah, you get what I mean.
Oh, go on.
Got him.
And at the end, we of course have a very dear friend of ours who has been with us since like the beginning of the Doogie Zone itself, but has never been part of the team, so we had to correct that very grave mistake. It's the silly bird we all know and love, joking around in Yakuza, playing lots of JRPGs, and once in a while, when the offer stands, we're going back into some Lost Planet 2. It is the one and only Rathikins, aka Gale Windclaw.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Nice to meet you all.
Well, I hope you're all happy to be here. I'm definitely happy and excited to be here for this first episode of the new generation. This is a whole new world. And no, we're not starting a Disney sing-off.
Oh, damn.
Why not?
Wow.
That actually came on the recording. Nobody
Yeah,
touched the
right.
soundboard.
Great.
I swear to fuck.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
gonna end you.
Okay, sorry.
No, I'm
Editor
joking.
when you are
I'm
your own
joking,
editor.
Don't worry, I was messing around.
Joking.
However,
Okay.
today we're literally just gonna go through telling a little bit about ourselves, what we do and what we enjoy, of course, aside from my little introduction. And of course, you all know me, so let's not dance in the same basin all day long and just move on. Just starting off with, of course, Zero Sanguine. This is your first time on the YouTube channel since... Ooh, we had one TDC collab.
man.
And funny enough...
Wow.
Funny enough, we also had one other together with Rathy, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, yeah. Well, what up? I'm Zero. I'm, old as hell. And I've been gaming for my entire life, so I'm a big fan of like open world games and I always try to play a lot of multiplayer stuff. So like I'm really big on community things. We just opened up a Dune Awakening server. That's our like new thing we're doing over in my little.
Just 2 days after telling me you were playing Deltarune, but okay. That's
I'll
fair.
play Deltarune. I will. Look, it's just I like new games.
Go, shinies, go!
You're gonna have a bad day.
Hey, shinies. Can I have some?
Yeah, I try to play like new releases and things. I try to keep on top of like what is the newest thing in gaming. So that's sort of like my shtick.
Yeah, and
Nice.
What made you want to become like a streamer, and how did we meet and such? Because I think nobody knows that. Well, we do.
Oh man.
Tell us.
Man, what made me want to become a streamer is a funny question, because like I've always been gaming, and because of that, when I saw streaming, when I was like, oh, the way I always thought about streaming was when I used to be a kid, we would have everyone in the apartment complex go over to like one kid's house. He would have the console, and we'd all just like sit on the couch and chill and vibe and like watch dude play his console, and that was just like a thing we would do as kids. So when I saw streaming, I was like, man, that's just like being a kid but like online with all your friends around the world. So it's like a really big couch. And I like chilling on the couch with my homies.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good place to
That's
sleep.
sort of why I started streaming.
All right. I mean, that's
pretty cool.
always fun that you found a connection between your childhood and the new age of technology. I never made that connection, but it makes total sense.
Oh yeah, I love it. And like I said, I'm real big on community, real big on like multiplayer games. I love playing with like friends and chatters and all that jazz. And streaming just really allows you to play with like way more people way quicker and grow your little community. And I love that.
It is true.
Oh. How did you meet? How did you meet me? And how did I meet you? It's a story as old as time. Oh, goodness.
Song as old as rhyme.
And of course, it is a little bit weird because, like, I was not even supposed to find anyone new and talk to anyone new when I started doing, like, first streaming. I'd started on Twitch for, like, a year and then moved over to Mixer. And
yeah, Mixer, the Mixer phase.
Mixer phase, dude. That was where the times.
I've never heard of Mixer.
Oh, well, yep. That's because it doesn't exist anymore. Ah, shit.
Okay, to preface, I want to tell you real quick what Mixer is. For those of you who don't know, Mixer was a streaming platform that was made in and around 2018 and was actually incredibly innovative on the streaming platform's side of things. First of all, they are the reason why channel points are a thing on Twitch. Without Mixer introducing the Ember system, they would never have thought of it. Second, it was the first ever streaming platform that allowed low latency streams, so you could pretty much watch it as live as humanly possible. Which was something that Twitch tried to copy since, but hasn't been good at since. It had a great overlay. It had the ability to multi-stream with other people, so you had on the same page all of the streams open.
Into the site.
Built into the site with a fucking chat system that just combined all the streamers' chats together. That is something that has first been introduced in 2025 on Twitch.
Damn.
Mixer had that in 2018.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, long story short, it was really good. I loved it. I'm at 0 there. It sadly shut down due to the fact that Microsoft bought Mixer and wanted to sell it to Facebook. Well, I was on Twitch for a year or a year and a half.
Zero.
Oh, me? I was on Mixer, yeah. I was on. I streamed Sea of Thieves to Mixer.
See, I thought Mixer was supposed to be some sort of kitchen appliance.
Shut up, Randy.
For me, I thought it was like some music software.
Listen here, yo.
Listen. But third, actually, about Mixer, that you forgot, Woofy, is that it suffered the same fate as MySpace.
Yes.
Your space? What about my space?
You have no space.
Personal space.
It's
Oh my
true.
god.
That's so true.
Yeah. We all have no personal bubble. It is not.
MySpace was awesome, dude. I remember MySpace, man.
Does anyone remember what was that one website where you made like your own website really easily? What was it called?
MySpace.
don't know.
GoDaddy?
No, what?
Yes, Daddy.
No, it was like back in the days of like original AOL and stuff. What was it called? I still have one somewhere. I just don't remember what it's called anymore.
Yeah, was it Yahoo's little thing?
Was it Yahoo? Shoot. It's on the tip of my tongue. That's the worst part.
I bet you'll figure it out.
I'm gonna look it up. I'll do it later.
But yeah,
I'm
I'm very happy that we met, and it has been like, oh my goodness,
Oh,
we're
it's been
actually
killer, like-
we're actually looking towards 8 years soon. Like next year, it's been 8 years.
That's crazy. That's
That's
crazy.
kinda
That's
whack.
actually crazy to think about. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. It's weird too because it feels like you've like sort of always been here too. Because you've been such a like not only just making the Dougie Zone and like having like inviting me to join and everything, but even before that, right? You've been such a huge part of my community and contributed so much. that it's like it just feels like ever since I've been streaming, like you've always been around, even though it's not the case. It really does feel like
I actually jumped in very late.
You did, no, you did, yeah. The mixer times were like, yeah.
So
we were on mixer like right before it like started to die too, and then I was like, well, guess we're going back to Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
In other words, the bromance is real between you two, even 8 years later.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, for better and worse.
True.
But yeah, like I started chatting with Zero, following his streams, started getting involved in the community, and tried to help out. And 8 years later, we're sitting here on the same desk and going, meow.
That's true.
Are you a cat?
Yes, I'm a cat. I'm a sexy cat.
Oh, I'm such a sexy cat. Look at me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, ooh girl, you go.
You go, girl.
But yeah, as you may have noticed, like there are a little bit of a difference between me and the rest of the group of the TDZ crew, and that's most likely the fact that I'm the only one that doesn't live in the States.
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding.
I live in Europe.
I do be stateside.
Yeah. I mean, you're actually covering each end of like the the horizontal line. We have West Coast, we have like Central, and we have East Coast. We have kind of a little bit of thing going on.
I love that. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
So we're covering
the Grand Line.
Oh, the Grand Line. Exactly.
What about the what?
No.
The
Grand Line.
But wouldn't that put Wolfie on the Grand Line too? Wouldn't that put him on the Grand Line too, or what? No.
Yes.
This is when I bust out the freaking 4Kids One Piece rap.
Oh,
here we go. We're going to find out where the treasure in the Grand Line. There's no doubt.
God, why is it the 4K?
I love.
What do you love?
I adore the era of anime in America where they were like, listen, we can't just have like Japanese themes. These kids aren't gonna get it. We gotta make something hip. We gotta make something cool. Yeah. And like all of the themes from that era are like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Oh yeah, you can't also forget that they would censor so many things like, hey, this guy's having a cigarette. He's got a lollipop in his mouth.
Oh yeah, Sanji. That's right.
Oh my
I'm
god,
smoking
one
candy.
Of my favorites is when that one is early on when that kid gets like taken hostage and the prince dude has a gun to his head. It's like this weird cartoon like bonk device. Like
yeah, I remember that
with the mallet. I'm like, what is going on, bro?
Help me out
finger guns was a lot of them, and I'm like, okay, whoa, watch out, dude.
Oh, fingers! I'm so afraid.
Then we can't forget about the Yu-Gi-Oh opening and all in English, and also Rock the Dragon from Dragon Ball Z when it first came out.
It's time to
Poor Yugi. He always has Tourette's.
DJ has a seizure during the intro. Oh,
you gotta save me, Yugi.
Still, Rock the Dragon was really damn good.
Your grandpa's in darkness now, and it's all your fault.
Oh, God.
Anyways, let's get back on track. I know I'm really good at the tangent and going. I'm really good at going on a tangent. My brain will not work with me today. Whatever. Let's just move on. Lone Wolf, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you came to become a streamer, and of course, why you decided to want to be part of the Doogie Zone.
Right. So, how I became about it is because, well, I got let go and all from a job, unfortunately, and that was about like, oh man, a year ago now. So I decided to just look around and such, and decided because why not? I think some friends of mine were streaming. It's been a while since I did this, so it's hard to recall. But I just remember why not go and do streaming because it's also fun to do. And plus, it kind of does pay out later when you grow a lot. So I just thought, why not? Let's see how far I can go. And if I somehow get paid to do it in the end, then that'd just be amazing. So I've just been in it for like the fun and just growing overall.
Great.
And of how I came to the Dougie Zone, I guess through Wolfie, of course. But Oh, great. How did we meet?
Yeah,
the
that's what
thing.
I'm wondering about as well. It's like, I feel that you just popped up in my life at some point, but I don't remember when.
I don't either.
I
Oh
love
my
you so
god. I
much,
think
dude.
maybe it
Tyler
was like
Mitchell.
early this year or December. I don't remember. God, I would have to look back on the chat logs, really.
I mean, I only
Oh.
remember the name Sightseer13, but I don't remember from where. I just remember
I
that it
think
was
that was
somebody I
my-
talked to in some kind of chat somewhere, and then suddenly we got talking. Don't know how.
My Sightseer13 is actually my Twitter username and all. So I really don't know. It might have been through Discord, might have been through Twitter or something. It's a mystery, but here I am now.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that it's
Yo.
like a fucking mystery. Like, we need to get the Scooby Gang on the case. Zoink,
Oh,
Scoob,
God.
we need to find out the identity of Lone Wolf and Wolfie.
Zoinks, man.
Zoinks.
Zoinks. I didn't know these Scooby snacks were actually space snacks or space brownies.
Oh no!
Oh, shoot.
I mean-
Well, we're going to space, not in the literal way, but the figurative way.
Mind space.
No wonder they like food so much and eat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna stop there.
Well, it's nice having you here. What is actually, if I had to like ask you of one thing about the whole content creation that makes you
Yep.
very different from the rest of us, why do you enjoy streaming visual novels and rhythm games? Because that's something the rest of us don't do that much.
It is very unique. That is very unique.
Well, visual novels are such a big thing in gaming nowadays. They don't get enough recognition, I think, like some do. Well, actually, like for example, Steins Gate. That gets like huge exposure and such, and
Mhm.
Corpse Party as well. They're both good in their own right. I unfortunately have not played Steins Gate, which is rather unfortunate. I should, but for that one, it does have voice acting in it, I believe. I don't remember. But yeah, visual novels are a fun way of just experiencing a good story, and if you want to do just voice act all the characters you can, it's a fun experience to do that. And if you're like trying to get into voice acting, like for practice, it's also very good practice to do that and all. Just like do many voices for different characters, and it's just overall, I think it's good practice for voice acting to do. Really.
I can only agree. As a fellow voice actor or aspiring voice actor, I think it is a very easy way to get a lot of vocal training done, especially in situations where you have a lot of characters. It definitely benefits the situation when you have a wide spread and you have to change your voice. You have to make, even if you make the same kind of voice, you have to kind of differentiate them between the characters to apply that same practice so it doesn't sound like the same
Indeed.
character. So yeah, I can definitely relate
Indeed.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that too. Practicing different cadences when you talk as well. Like,
True, yeah. It can be a bit difficult, and it can kind of go on the throat depending on how you do the voice. And for what I've been doing, my God, so many characters. Especially, I'm doing this one character who is called Noodle, and now I'm stuck in between the voice I've been doing, or as someone recommended, that I made it sound like Jar Jar Binks at one point. So I don't know which one is more cursed. I could do the voices right now, but it's up to you guys on what you think is more
yeah,
cursed.
I wanna,
Good.
let's hear them.
Okay, hold it. I must try these delicacies, puny mortals. That's the first voice. Now, the second voice, here it is. Like, so I'm just gonna do it like Jar Jar. This is what you made me do, my precious host. There is you puny mortal.
Okay. All right, yeah, the Jar Jar voice is way more fucking cursed.
Impressive.
Way.
Impressive it is.
So cursed, though, isn't it? But which one's more cursed?
The second one is the better one.
I think the Jar Jar one's way more cursed. I think the Jar Jar one's way
God.
more cursed. I hear the Jar Jar one and I'm like, oh my god. Oh no, dude.
Maybe in the
So-
next
so
chapter
about-
of the visual novel, I could do that voice. No.
Also, just something about the Jar Jar Binks voice saying "puny mortals." I'm like, oh shoot, Sith Jar Jar. It's true. It's true.
Oh, Darth
is true,
Plagueis
yes.
the Wise?
Yeah. Plus, the first voice I did, like how it sounded when I said that, it was actually inspired by Jordy Buzz of how he does some of the Disney characters he was parodying. Oh my god, he is so hilarious with his stuff. Like, God. Oh, he made Cinderella and Snow White just have a total beef with each other. It's damn hilarious.
Awesome. Well, we are at the verb. Ready. As I've asked the others, how did you get into the streaming biz? How did we meet? And of course, why did you want to become part of the Doogie Zone?
Yeah, tell us.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you why I got into streaming, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny. Well, it started when I was gaming on PlayStation. A lot of my friends we always encounter these very funny moments. And I was like, did you record that? Because they would record it sometime. And then I find out they were recording it. I'm sitting there like, why aren't you recording this? So I was going to take up the mantle on that. Of course, those old friends. I don't even know them anymore. It's been a long time. We've gone our own ways. But it's the concept of capturing the moments from time to time in gaming is what got me into doing this. And then I just got kind of hooked to it because it was fun. Well, what was the other two questions again?
Of course, how we met and why you decided to become part of TDZ.
We met through my boyfriend.
Are you sure?
I believe, yeah. Well, because
I remember it differently.
I don't remember then. I just remember that Mike mentioned you at one point, I think, and then we started talking, and of course we were both I don't remember.
Okay, so
it's all fuzzy.
As I remember it, we met through chatting in Cass Walther's chat. Because I was starting to be like active and talking to a lot of people in the community. I was on Cass Walther's stream, and you seemed really cool and funny to talk to. So I said, I'll check your stream out sometime. And
maybe that's what it was.
A few months before I contacted you about that, I just got invited into a Telegram server where your boyfriend was inside. So like we started talking around the same time as I started talking to Svex. And then suddenly you told me like, you know my boyfriend? And I was like, I don't know, do I? It's Svex. Oh yeah, I do. But we have learned about each other through completely different means, but at approximately the same time.
Yeah. It's just really fuzzy.
Funny.
It's been years.
Yeah, it's around 8 years as well. You were like Zero, and you were the first people I like started actively talking to in the community.
It's been 84 years.
I remember what the last question.
Oh my god.
It has not been 84 years. I would be space dust by then.
It's been 84 years since I last looked
I remember back in the day.
Oh, my back, my pussy and my crack.
Oh, wait.
Whoa. What?
What?
Granny getting down. Oh no, Granny. Who let Granny the club?
Granny, go
Granny
crack.
Club.
I mean, what?
Shit.
What was that last one
It was,
again?
why did you decide that you wanted to join the Doogie Zone?
Because of stuff like this.
Oh, well, fair deal.
Because
fair
we
deal.
vibe so well together and I have a good time. It's like, why the heck not?
It's true, yeah, I agree, and I absolutely love it.
Create memories with each other and for others too who want to get a good laugh and
We can
remind people that this is what friendship is about and this is what you need.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
True.
Oh god, I just realized something. I did answer about the rhythm thing that you mentioned, Whiffy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, rhythm games.
Yes.
So, the first rhythm game I ever did was back in the PlayStation 3 era, and that was Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. That I was highly expecting because it was so hinted at that would finally be coming to the West that Sega actually did it. And I've been addicted to that series and Vocaloid overall since that game, and especially since the Mikunopolis concert that happened in 2011. So I've just been playing the Project Diva games ever since, up to the current now, and all Mega Mix Plus. And so far, I've had a bunch of cursed mods in there.
Nice.
It's so
Like for example, there are 2 modules that are both they're the 2 main characters from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Huh?
wow.
Jesse.
Yeah, so in other
I
words,
love that.
they would be singing and their lips would be moving. No joke to it.
That's funny.
It's good.
It is
Model
funny,
mods
and
are
oh my
always
God.
fun.
I mean, Jesse, it's time to cook.
Yes, sir. Where did you hide?
Jesse's like, no, bitch, it's time to dance.
Let's
Indeed.
dance. Get on the floor.
Oh
No
my
need to
gosh.
hold back.
Speaking of like
Yeah.
dance things, do you remember the Star Wars Connect thing?
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
They had like a
Jesus.
dance mini game thing.
Wait a minute, are you
Han
talking about when they did the
Solo, I'm
Xbox
Han
Connect?
Solo.
I'm Han
Oh,
Solo.
God,
I'm Han Solo.
Oh god.
Connect
try to
games.
forget the dark times.
Oh, but yeah.
We like to forget.
I'm super happy that you all have decided to be part of this team. Zero has been here for a year longer, so he has a little bit of seniority, but I hope that he doesn't abuse it. Else I'm gonna come
Grandpa!
around with the...
Well, he did say he was.
It's
well,
Mama
Zero did
Zero.
say he was
Don't
pretty
worry.
old.
Grandpa
I'm
Zero.
old. It's true. Grandpa Zero. He's here.
Oh my
Probably
god.
50.
I still need to download that clip of you being like, Grandma Zero tells a story.
Back
Okay.
when I was a kid,
Oh no!
we used memory cards to save our games.
It's true.
Memory cards.
It's
Holy
true.
shit.
I
You
feel
did it
we're the
so
connection
well, and you
bars to
just-
Paige.
Cuddled yourself up in a blanket and everything. It
In the
was like
blanket,
S.
my little shawl, my little grandma shawl.
Yes.
Oh, it's so
Oh, that's
cute.
Grandma, can you tell me the story again?
Okay, but only once more.
The story of how I met your grandpa through a roundhouse kick by his friend.
Roadhouse.
It was Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
So I'll tell you a story anytime you youngsters want to know. But keep off the damn lawn or else I'm gonna beat you with my cane.
True.
It's time
Gran-
to talk
Granny's-
to Novocaine.
No. Granny's
Yes,
went out
you-
where I was growing up. That was at the chancla, and you're really in trouble.
Oh shit, La Chancla.
They got the heat seeker, homie. You gotta watch out.
I have seen
Right.
some clips of like Latina moms throwing the most excellent La Chancla
it's-
punishment of all time. Just throwing
Bruh,
it
it's
halfway
some
across the fucking road.
witchcraft. It's crazy, dude.
Do
I'm
not
telling you.
disrespect
Do
the
not mess
Latina
with
mom.
those ladies. They will destroy
No.
you.
No, you know who you shouldn't mess with? You should not mess with ladies like elder ladies with when they have the slipper in hand, or else you are totally
No, I'm
screwed.
saying.
That's what
You're
we're
not-
talking about.
yeah.
We just used the
That's what it
Spanish
is. That's what
word
the
for it.
chancla is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
The
So
elderly
sad.
will throw some
They got
hands,
that-
and they will teach you a
So-
lesson.
And if we're
Look,
going
listen,
by
slippers.
Arab standards, it would be called shahata.
Oh no.
So if you're disrespectful to your mom or your pops, you're gonna get the shahata.
Yeah, that's awful, dude. I'm,
Then they're getting
I'm
that
dodging.
slipper ready, and you know you better run, but you can't hide.
Yeah. The worst part is if you dodge the first one, then the second one's coming twice as hard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do not
You
deny
gotta
the
take
first
it.
slap, or you will get 1,000 more. Much worse.
Exactly that.
You dare disrespect me while I'm disciplining you? The aura. Have you been aura farming, Mama?
Oh, so you're approaching me?
Really?
Well, I can't beat you up if I don't get any closer.
Well, in other
Maybe
words,
I'm
I
talking
have.
back to my mom.
Oh God. Speaking of splitters, I have one thing to say about that.
Yes.
Hold on. I just got this up. This might not be the right way, but here goes. Sigue hacia ya consigue la zapatilla para la cena, pecore no imbécile. Which means keep it
Oh my
up
God.
and you'll get the slipper for dinner, you little shit.
I like that.
Well,
Yummers.
I appreciate the attempt, though. Don't know how correct it was, because I'm not a good Spanish speaker.
I don't know either. It's Google Translate.
But the only thing I know
there you
is
go.
that they call me Cuban Pete, and I'm the king of the rumba beat.
Hey.
So when I shake my maracas, they go chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom.
I love that.
I've been rewatching The Mask. It's stuck in my head.
It's such a good dude. Jim Carrey, like, oh my, classic.
Let's play maracas and you'll be for a good time.
Yes.
I remember clearly when I used to watch the Ace Ventura movies with my mom.
Oh, they're so good.
Oh, those are good
We
too.
would die laughing every time we watched it because it was some of the funniest stuff. All of Jim Carrey's old acts are really funny. He's still really funny. He's a really entertaining guy.
Some people say that he did a great job playing Eggman in the new Sonic movies. I wouldn't know because I'm never gonna see them. But I'm happy that he's still doing great.
He did, yes.
Why can't you? Why not?
Because I'm not a Sonic fan. I can't. I don't get the appeal.
Oh my god.
What?
But do you like the plumber?
The plumber? No.
That's okay, good.
I'm not a Nintendo fan either, so you already lost me there.
Good.
Like,
All right,
I'm not a
good.
Yakuza fan. I just like fun times.
Yeah. It's just that I don't really. I'm okay. Let me just put it this way. I watched Sonic X when I was young. There was like a few too many scenes where I got physically uncomfortable by the way Sonic was speaking to the camera, so I never watched any more of it and never looked back.
Wait.
I felt like he was creeping on me at all times. I'm sorry. I had Stranger Danger alarm on Sonic. I'm sorry.
I've never seen that show. What is going?
Sonic X was the 2000 Sonic show where they tried to be edgy and hip, and they had this little kid called Chris that was like kind of the guardian of Sonic, so he had a place to stay while he was in the human world, and they kind of had this weird tension going on. I really didn't like it. Felt a little bit creepy. And then whenever Sonic was looking at the camera, my spine suddenly straightened right up and my hairs were standing on end. He gave me all the red flags of Stranger Danger.
Jesus.
I feel like that show might have been a little bit. I don't know. I've never seen it, but
it's actually a good show. It's actually a good show. It's on me.
The show is harmless. The show is pretty.
Yeah, it's a good show.
But I will say, like, I think the show that came before it was like the way edgier one.
The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm gonna capture your friends and turn them into freaking machines, and their Robotnik was like actually scary and evil. And
oh yeah, he was.
He was like, I turned your grandpa into a machine, and now he just lifts boxes all day.
I turned my grandpa into a machine. Now I can't find him.
Scrooge Grounder.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god,
that's an OG one though.
That's the OG. That's like
Pingus.
Really, yeah, exactly. Oh my god. I'm unashamedly a huge Sonic fan. Like I love Sonic. I love everything about it.
That's your boat to row. I will not judge you for it. As I usually say, I'm not kink shaming. I'm just kink asking why.
I remember being a kid. And when the Sega Genesis came out, it was like, I forget the way they advertised it, but they advertised it with some stupid way that little kid Zero was like, "Oh, it's so cool." They were like, "With blast graphics," or something like that. And they're like, "Oh my, it's so much faster than Nintendo." And then they had the best campaign. The best campaign, which was Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah.
I remember being like, yeah, Sega. I'm a Sega kid. Mario's lame,
God.
dude.
Get out of here.
I fell hard for it. So I got my Sega Genesis, and I remember playing Sonic, and I remember like my brother would be playing Mario, and I'd be playing Sonic, and he'd be like, Mario's better, and I'd be like, look at how slow you are. That's so lame. You're so slow.
Oh god, the way you said that, like, it reminded me of the game I just recently played, and oh god, is it hilarious? But it's like, what the fuck? Who made this concept and all? It's like just they we're doing drugs and we're watching Toy Story nonstop, and then came up with the idea. And that is basically date everything. And in the end of that, the first episode, I got together with a cat boy.
Nice. We love that.
Who was actually the
choice.
cat clock and all that business, and voiced by Bryce Papenbrook. So I couldn't resist. But how his character is, like, my God, it is hilarious, and I just could not resist. Although that was me having my inner furry show because I wanted to get with the cat boy.
I was about to say exposed.
True, but worth it.
I mean, at least you don't have to worry about a monster fucker permit, because Zero and I got those, and then you don't have to worry about those. We'll take care of them.
I have one of those too.
And Rathy as well. We got monster
Yeah,
fucker
the one we
permits
get
for
followed
these.
by people who already had that
Monster
label. It's like,
fucker permits, everybody. Remember,
Hey,
renew your monster fucker permits. We don't want to be
Where'd
breaking
you
the
get
law.
the monster fucker?
it just kind of happens, and the more you
gotta
the
know.
more you start thirsting on monsters.
Let me put it this way, Lone. As soon as you look at the monster Keisu from Monster Hunter and say, maybe, then you know you got the permit all right. If you look at Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village in her true form and think,
Oh
damn,
my god.
then you're strong enough and you deserve the permit.
Nope, not for me.
Say, I
already have
still
a
hit
type.
that.
And that type, you're gonna. This is gonna be horrible to say, but the type of monster fucker would have to be in Baldur's Gate 3 and the Emperor.
But
I'm going straight
Is that
after
a
the
tentacle thing?
beholder.
It's just involving tentacles.
Well, it's a mind flare.
yeah, it's the Emperor.
Yeah, so I thought that's what you were talking about. I haven't played the game
Yeah,
yet,
so-
but
fair enough.
the names sound familiar.
Still, just that character, just oh my god! Along with everyone else, just why does everyone have such a nice ass, including your player character too? Oh, this is so fine. Like, chef's kiss.
Well, we got an ass guy here, everybody. You heard it here first. Lone Wolf is an ass guy.
Got it.
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm also many things.
Yeah, just like a lot of us are. We're all
And no,
problematic. children.
in case you ask about me, how I got together with Halsey in the game, no, I did not choose the bear.
Okay, of course you didn't.
Very tempting, though, next time.
I'm literally doing the choose the bear speed run. I'm telling you right
You
now.
are.
bro.
That's
the only-
true. Holy shit, you are down bad for bears, bro.
I have a listen. I have a problem, guys. Okay, my problem is there's not bears around me right now, immediately.
Well, at least the
I
bears
love
aren't
me some
around in the
bears.
wild in the neighborhood, right? So that's a good thing. Or is this a different type?
Alas, I live in the deserts. There's no bears out here. There's only coyotes.
It's only Yodi Bodies.
There's
Aw,
only the
it's
yotes. There's only the yars.
Still, if I were to play Baldur's Gate 3 again, I definitely would, but it would have to be very different. And what I mean by that is install a shit ton of mods that would make the game fun and somewhat terrifying.
Is there a mod that makes everyone bald so I can go Bald Gate 3?
No, I don't think there
Probably.
is. I don't know. It's a huge
You can
rabbit
make
hole
it.
of mods. But I do know there are handsome mods to make almost every character handsome, like Lae'zel, Shadowheart, Gale, Astarion.
Oh, handsome Squidward
No.
face. Let's go.
Yeah, I was
No,
about
I
to
don't
say.
think-
I want like that.
Well, actually, Astarion does have the Squidward face with the handsome mod on, yes.
Awesome.
But God, the limpage on everyone.
Still would.
The limpage on the mods for everyone is so fucking weird. I love it.
We love it.
Oh,
when
yes,
it's
and
weird.
also
on
Bloodline.
Smash. Every lizardman in media.
Smash.
All
Oh,
men
God.
of lizards.
I mean, that
I
was the
have a-
only reason why Tales of Berseria was worth playing through. I had Dylan, my helmsman, who was a lizard man. And every time I looked at him, I was like, hi, hi.
Isn't Tales of Berseria where that sister goes after another guy for killing her little brother?
Yeah, that's a very short appropriation of it, but sure, yeah, true. It's
Okay,
actually
it
one
is,
of the
well-
better Tales of games.
I have a big obsession
this
with
Tales of
Birdman.
Yes,
Oh, it's
but
the tales
anyway.
of got you. Yeah,
Anyway,
And
can you see-
Lizardman.
In case you didn't know, Tales of Berseria was actually censored in America.
Wait, what?
Apparently, the opening scene where the brother gets like killed, that was actually fully censored in America because of how brutal it was in the original Japanese version.
Hiya, so we...
It's true.
Watch some kid die, get all the money from it, all the profit.
But yeah,
if you
it
can
was
handle a
literally
kid dying.
censored. So,
Failure.
let's see here.
Shit.
Right. So for the game's Western release, the scene where Artorias kills Velvet's brother Laphicet was altered. Rather than stabbing him directly with a sword, Artorias sacrifices him through a magical ceremony, reducing the level of violence while keeping the dramatic significance of the scene intact. The alteration was made to keep the game's age rating within acceptable levels, with particular reference being given to the 16 rating given by Europe's PEGI board. In a later statement, Bandai Namco stated that aside from text and dialogue variations standard for the game's Japanese to English localization, no other content had been altered for the Western release. Though Bandai Namco said in 2016 that they posted its apology for the changes of scenes in charge of localization. So yeah, in other words, they wanted to avoid the M rating for it.
Okay.
But I have seen it. It is very brutal it is brutal.
Alrighty then.
Oh, little Tales facts for you.
Yeah, thank you for the Tales facts. And I also thought that the struggle against light and dark was very important, so I called it Tales of Such. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me here on this episode of Zone's Outpost. It has been a pleasure having you all here for this episode. We will, of course, have another one soon. But thanks to all of you for stopping by in wherever you are in the world. And, of course, thanks to my crew here for joining me on this episode.
No problem. And next time, to Zero, I will tell you my taste in anime. Yes, I haven't forgot that. That'll be for next time.
Good.
Well, we might even have an anime 3x3. That could be a future idea.
I will say my taste, though, is not in the beginning of the end. Thank you.
That anime sucks so bad and could have been good.
Yeah, so that I'm not into. But I will say later what mine are.
Well, that is...
Chaos Head is the worst anime ever made. That's all I'm going to leave you people with.
I want to be here for that stuff.
Okay.
You know me, I love anime too.
Well, we're definitely going to have an anime-related episode in the future. But until then, please remember to like the video, comment down below. If you're not on YouTube and you hate to look at a static screen and some moving pictures, then you can listen to us on Google and Spotify for the podcast section. That's everything from us here. Hope to see you some other time. Bye-bye!
Yeah.
Bye!
Bye!